And finally, for today's episode, let's turn to David Trim for a look at Adventist history.
This week, we hear about the life and work of Adelia Van Horn and Gustav A. Lindsay.
Welcome to This Week in Adventist History. On July 8, 1922, Adelia Van Horn died in Battle Creek in the U.S. state of Michigan, aged 83. Born Adelia Patten, she was welcomed into the home of James and Ellen White in her early 20s and lived with them for 2 years, assisting Mrs. White in preparing materials for publication. You see Adelia and the White family photographed together here in a picture that dates from 1864. In 1865, Adelia married this man, Isaac Van Horn, who had been ordained the previous year. For the next 3 years, Isaac was treasurer of the General Conference, while Adelia was editor of the Youth's Instructor, the church's paper for children. In February 1871, the 9th General Conference session elected Adelia Van Horn the General Conference treasurer. She was the 5th person and first woman to fill that role, and the first woman to be one of the 3 officers of the General Conference. She served in this role for 2 one-year terms. In 1873, Isaac was called to work in California, and over the next nearly 15 years, Adelia supported him in ministry up and down the Pacific coast of the United States, pioneering in what became the U.S. states of Oregon and Washington, before they returned to ministry in Michigan, subsequently serving in Canada and on the east coast of the states. Isaac died in 1910, but Adelia survived him by 12 years. She had a remarkable career of service, helping to put the embryonic Seventh-day Adventist Church on a firm footing. On July 9, 1974, Gustav A. Lindsay died in Portland, Oregon. Lindsay had been born in 1895 in Mistulus, Sweden. At age 17, he emigrated to the United States, where he became a Seventh-day Adventist. In 1921, Gustav graduated from Broadview College, the church's Swedish language seminary, and the following year married Hildur Mari Karlsson. After a year of ministry in the United States, in 1922 the Lindsays went to Sweden. Gustav served in Scandinavia as a teacher, pastor, evangelist, and administrator for the next 24 years, except for 3 years as a departmental director for the Northern European Division, headquartered in Britain. At the 1946 General Conference session, Gustav was elected president of the Northern European Division. At the 1950 session, when there was another strong candidate, he gracefully accepted election as treasurer of the division, a position he held for 8 years. From 1958 to 60, he served as manager of the General Conference Transportation Bureau, responsible for sending missionaries overseas, until he retired in 1960. That was This Week in Adventist History.